According to the Pew Research, 36.1% of the population in the United States did not vote. You had 8% of people who forgot. And then you had 17% of people who did not care. This amounts to almost 22 million people. Are you writing these types of messages to these people? Are you trying to find out who they are and why they didn't care or forgot? 15% of people said that they couldn't vote because it was inconvenient. And when they say inconvenient, an earlier report from 2019 from Pew Research states that it means that they didn't have access to vote. The queues are too long, the hours were wrong, they didn't have ramps, they didn't have facilities. Are you harassing the Republican apparatus that made it difficult for people to vote? Are you thinking to yourself, could I have done more to care about the people who weren't able to do this? Or could my party have done more for that? If you're not, and I understand that you might not, why are you harassing a Palestinian person? What's in it for you? What are you winning from this? And here's a rub. Even if everyone who voted third parties would have voted for Kamala Harris, she would have still lost. If every single Muslim or Arab who voted for Green had voted for Kamala, she would have still lost. What won Trump the election was white identity politics. I am not saying that you're not entitled to your grief, or that none of us are entitled to our grief. I'm just saying that potentially you shouldn't turn this into a circular firing squad with the people that you will need to make coalition with. I'm not saying community, because you might not like each other. But that isn't necessary to be able to build a coalition. Your common enemy is right there. So again, don't understand this as me saying get over. But this is not useful. And why do I care when I don't live in the United States? It's because everything that's going to happen there is going to affect us as well. And because I'm sad. I'm sad of seeing people that I love and that I respect tearing chunks of each other. Whilst everyone is self-recriminating, the people who are supposed to become a barrier to the Republicans are not doing anything. And I know they don't have the House. They don't have the Senate. They don't have the presidency. They have a voice that they're not using. The Lincoln Riley Act passed with 10 Democratic senators voting for it. The bipartisan law is going to kill any nonprofits that they deem terrorists or terrorist supporting. It's going to have impacts not only in the United States, but also all over the world. Because when the Treasury deems an organization to be a terrorist organization, it goes into something called the sanctions and warnings lists that prevents anyone who has access or relationships with American banks from funding it, which curtails the liberty to criticize Trump all over the Western world. Everyone's grieving. Please don't hit the people that are watching a genocide unfold.